Yeah, what's the relationship between this me thing and true self? Yeah, we'll just call it that today. There is a relationship. It's often backwards, upside down, inside out. The nature of illusion often has something to do with reality. It's not, it's almost never right, almost never correct, right? I mean, what I think the reason for something is not actually the reason. But it has it has a relationship to the truth. And at its simplest, it's often calling for awareness, to awakeness, to inhabit that space. Unawakeness is darkness. Shadow, what is obscure. Wants to come into the light. How it thinks it's going to get there. What we think is going to make us whole. That's where the illusion comes in, right? I mean, it's not. It's almost never correct. Our ego, our mind, what it attaches to and what it chooses as, the path for us is almost always the wrong thing. Yeah, I was looking for a personal, simple example, but um, we'll just stick with a dumb example. Um, you know, I want a boat. And what am I gonna get when I get that boat? Oh, I'm gonna get. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be. Um, I'm gonna be so happy driving my boat around, and it'll be this place to relax. It'll be this place to. Um, where I can really just hang out and experience peace and feel joy and yada, 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 right? And all that might be true, right? And immediately, if we attach to that thought, I want this boat. I'm laughing because I don't think I've ever wanted a boat. If we attach to this thought, immediately start to experience kind of a sense of hunger, desire, a feeling of not peace, a feeling of not joy, maybe. The opposite of what we were after, in a sense, and maybe even a heightening of discomfort. And that discomfort, maybe it starts to extend, right? I mean, maybe we can't afford a boat right now. Oh, we gotta work harder for this boat. We gotta, blah, blah, blah. And we start to become disconnected from the peace and joy that are already present, boat or no boat. And because this example is nice and dumb and simple, we can see some of the mechanisms that are at work here. So what if that thought, I need a boat, I want a boat, was not actually about wanting a boat. What if it was actually about wanting to experience peace and joy? Maybe a sense of contentment, maybe a sense of relaxation. And where are we actually going to find those things? There's only one time we can actually find those things, one time that we can actually experience those things. And it could be on that boat in the future. Right? We might actually have that experience. But, and this is a big but, we might not. If we haven't learned to really experience peace, relaxation, contentment, joy in this moment, why would we think that we're actually going to be able to do that in that next moment? What makes us so sure that, we're going to get what we want in the future if we don't have it now? Maybe, you've had the experience of seeing someone retire. From work, right? And most of the time, not a lot changes, right? If someone was content, happy, joyful before they retired, then they'll continue to be that way. If they were not, if they were anxious, depressed, discontent while they were working. And let's say they blamed it all on work. And they stop working. It's not going to go away. Why? Because it wasn't actually about work. They may have told themselves it was about work, but it wasn't. So there's only ever one time that we can learn this. There's only, one time that's really important. And that moment is now, and now, and now, and now, and now. And this is why we have books, written about the power of now. Because now is the time. That we can learn any of these lessons. And when I say learn these lessons, right, I mean begin to learn, probably. Because the process of rewiring one's self, one's circuitry, one's brain. The brain does not typically rewire itself that quickly. Spirit can move quickly. Brain's sluggish, slow. Capable of change, but typically slow. Usually it's a process of learning to look beyond the conclusion that we've already drawn. I need a boat. I want a boat. I desire a boat. That boat is what's gonna do the trick. That next relationship, it's gonna solve my problems. When I X, Y, Z, fill in the blank. Just the questioning of what it is we desire, what we think we want, is a significant step in and of itself. Because we're trained, we're conditioned to believe the next thought. It must be significant because it's happening in here. It's happening within my mental space, not yours. So it's mine, so it must be significant. So maybe there's something you're aware of right now, something that you are grasping at, desiring. And there's sort of an inhibition to this exercise, right? I mean, well, I can't look there because what if I didn't desire it then? And it's one of the sort of underlying assumptions, right, is don't look at this. Don't look too closely at this. It's kind of almost a feeling inside that most people experience. I'm not allowed to look here because what if it what if it vanishes if I look too closely? And then I won't, without this desire, what would I be left with? I'd be left quite empty-handed if I didn't have this this motivation, this striving, this whatever. So this might be the first bit of resistance that we encounter. It's just almost an internal sense of, I'm not allowed to do this. To which I say, you don't have to do this. This is totally optional. This is not for everyone. This is for those who want to. So what happens when we stop and look at our desire? We're just going to stop, look at it. Would I like to question this? I would? Oh, okay. Here we go. What would I get if I fulfill this desire? And this is worth sitting with a little bit, right? Writing down, maybe. What would I get? What if I fulfill this thing that I really want? What am I going to get out of it? Could be any number of things. The trick is to boil it down to its most essential. I'd feel a sense of connection. I'd feel a sense of peace. I would feel seen. These are kind of examples of essential essences of desire, right? I'd feel safe. I'd feel secure. I'd feel at peace. I'd feel love. I'd feel loved. I'd feel fill in the blank. Sometimes it's not immediately obvious. Sometimes we actually have to sit and not so much think about it, but be curious, listen, to get past the sort of outer layer of desire. And once we've moved, once we've grasped what it is we would get, what it is we imagine we would get on the other side of desire, fulfilling that desire, then we can ask the question, is connection not already here? Is peace not already here? Is love not already here? So this is the moment where we turn from the outside, what we think, something we think we need outside to be fulfilled. This is the moment where we turn and look and see, is this thing I'm about to seek outside not already here? Which means, is it inside me right now? Does it exist in this moment? And what we'll often experience at this point is a little bit of a sense of that thing, let's say connection, a little bit of a sense of connection, and then probably followed by a thought like, yeah, but it's not really, that's not the connection I was looking for. That's not the strong connection I was looking for. That's not the, you know, oh, that love. Oh, that love is not, the love I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for, this really strong love, this really intense love, on and on. So this is part of what obscures this process. This is part of the illusion. And it's usually the first voice that comes up. Oh, that piece, No. That's not what I'm looking for. And so just for this moment, in this time, we're going to step around that voice. We're not going to say, oh, fuck that voice, necessarily. We're not going to repress or believe that voice. Whatever that voice is saying for you. We're just going to see it. We could say acknowledge it if you want. And then move past it in the sense that the invitation is to experience whatever it is, that thing you were looking for. So, connection. So, in actual experience, is connection not already present? And then we have to feel in ourselves connection. And the voice maybe comes up, oh, that's not the connection I was looking for. Okay. I'm going to experience and feel the connection that is here anyways. And if you want more connection, if you want to experience greater connection, just allow yourself to kind of sink, relax into the connection that's already present, just a little deeper. Just a little bit deeper with the next breath. You want more connection? Next breath. A little bit deeper. Feeling it a little more. Breathing into that feeling a little more. Allowing yourself to feel it a little more deeply. Is love already here? This is a good one. Maybe the mind says something like, oh, yeah, but I want to be loved. I don't want to experience the love that's here. I want to be loved. And we tend to have lots of associations with love. Oh, it's this super intense feeling of, falling in love. I would suggest spending some time with the love that's already present. So why do these illusions, these desires arise? We've scattered our power, our being, in 1,000 different places. In 1,000 different thoughts. In 1,000 different desires. And the illusion arises. The desire arises so that we can become conscious of it. Not conscious necessarily of the illusion, but what the illusion is obscuring, which is our own power, our own sense of connection, our own love, our own peacefulness. There's a gathering yeah, this is, there's a gathering in of all our sheep. We're shepherds. And our sheep they're all missing, they're all wandering over the hills. And we're gathering them in. And this is how there is a relationship between illusion and truth, right? Illusion obscures truth and has a relationship with truth. And this is a pretty straightforward process of inquiry. And we can learn to do it we can learn to make it a habit fairly easily. And at the same time, I would recommend maybe doing it with a pencil and paper the first couple times. Just because we have a tendency, it's very easy to get lost in the mind, very easy to get lost in thinking about something. So, if you if you didn't have your pencil and paper ready, and you don't want to listen to this whole damn thing again, well, that may or may not be valuable while you were going to practice this for the first time. I'm going to recap it now. I'll try and keep it tight. So a desire arises. And we go, oh, I have this desire. Nothing wrong with having a desire. Would we like to take a look at this desire? We could still act on it, or not. Are we willing to take a look at it? Subject it to this process. Yes? Okay. So, write down the desire. Get that clear, concise, a sentence or two. what am I going to get? What's this desire going to give me? That's the next question. If I fulfill this desire, what will I get? Question 1, or 2, or 3, at this point. And then we have to answer it. And this may take a little work. This may take 2 to 20 minutes, let's say, of sitting, really listening, really paying attention, maybe following a thread inside of, well, give me this, you know. And what we're doing here is boiling down as much as possible to sort of the deepest, the core of what it is we think we'll get if we fulfill the desire. And there may be a number of qualities here, right? I'll feel content, I'll feel peaceful, I'll feel connected, seen, I'll feel respected, I'll feel safe. So finding out, boiling down to the core of what it is we think we'll get if we fulfill the desire. And then the flip, right? And the flip is this already here? This thing I'm about to go seek connection. I'm about to go seek connection through this means. Is it here right now? Is it already here? Before I go to look for it, is it already present somewhere in my consciousness? And maybe a thought pops up at this point. We say, okay, that's fine. I'm still going to experience this anyways. So, just sort of moving past the thought to the experience of whatever it is we find, whatever it is we were looking for. Love, connection, respect, safety, peacefulness, on and on. And maybe your thought says, well, this isn't enough. So the invitation is, if you want more, experience more. And experience more means relax into the experience more. Stay with the presence of whatever it is you found. If it's love, stay with your experience of love. If you want a deeper experience of love, feel the love that's already present more deeply. Do it with any of the qualities that you find. See if the qualities are actually here already. And as you do this practice, as you take the time to sit, I mean, it requires a full stop, right? As you take the time to stop and experience these qualities as already existing inside yourself. Those desires, those kind of sticky desires, release. They lose their ability to grab our attention and pull us out of self, out of the present moment, because we are literally teaching our system, ourself, that we don't have to go anywhere to experience fulfillment. That fulfillment is already here. So this is the experiential learning, and that is what actually disconnects, takes the wind out of the sails of desire, seeking outside of ourselves for something. And maybe we'll still do the thing. Maybe we do all this, and, we still get that boat. We still, But the boat is no longer the place we're putting all of our energy. Now the boat is just a preference, just a thing that we like and enjoy. It no longer has that sticky quality. If it's there, we enjoy it. And if the boat blows up and sinks to the bottom of the lake, we still have the same experience. Joy, peace, contentment, relaxation. We are still all those things. Boat, no boat. Relationship, no relationship. Whatever it is. And isn't that what we're looking for? Blessings on your inquiry.